Spring is here. That means more motorcycles out on the road. In this week's Know the Law segment, attorney Tom Sinas is here with some reminders about bikers before we take off.
It's Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month in May of every year. So I thought we should revisit this topic both for motorcyclists and for those of us who encounter them even if we don't ride.
I mean, we hear about tragic accidents and motorcycle deaths all the time, starting right about now.
Starting right now. And unfortunately, in the line of work that I do, I'm starting to hear more and more about them at this time of year. So let's go back and review some of the basics. What do you need in order to drive a motorcycle legally? Well, the first thing is you have to have a motorcycle endorsement.
You need that M.
That's right. You got to look on your driver's license. You got to get the endorsement. Motorcyclists know how to do this. If you have any questions, it's easy to find information online.
There's classes at Grand Rapids Harley-Davidson and around town. You can sign up with the Secretary of State's office for these classes. They're available.
That's right. That's the nice thing, actually. You don't just have to go through Secretary of State's office. You can actually get your endorsement going through a place like Grand Rapids Harley. So you start there. You got to have your endorsement. There's been a lot of talk over the last 5 years or so about the helmet law. Whether or not a motorcyclist can ride legally without a helmet. Okay, as someone who represents people who've been severely hurt in accidents, motorcycle accidents, I just think everybody should wear a helmet. Okay, that's my view. However, there's a rule in Michigan that says that people in certain instances can legally ride without a helmet. First thing is you have to have your endorsement, the one we just talked about, and you have to have had it for 2 years. You have to be at least 21 years old. And you have to have purchased a special kind of insurance coverage called first-party medical coverage, which is different than no-fault benefits, but it's a special kind of insurance coverage that provides up to $20,000 in benefits for things like medical bills.
So you need to check with your insurance agent before you just get on your bike without your helmet and ride around.
That's the best way to say it. Just because we have a helmet law doesn't mean you can just legally ride without a helmet.
I'm sure you hear of people that find out too late that they weren't covered because of what they did and didn't get the proper coverage.
That's right. Now, one thing that's important is that if a motorcyclist is injured and they're not riding with a helmet, it doesn't exclude them from auto no-fault benefits, which we're going to talk about. So motorcyclists should not be misled. However, in order to not get a ticket for riding without a helmet, you have to meet those basic requirements. So what about no-fault benefits? Motorcyclists are not required to have auto no-fault benefits because a motorcycle is not an automobile. It's not a motor vehicle. So you can legally ride without having no-fault benefits. You do, however, have to have liability coverage. That is coverage that would protect you if you cause an accident. If you don't have liability coverage, then you can be excluded from no-fault benefits if you're involved in a car accident with a motor vehicle. So the rule for motorcyclists is get your liability coverage. If you're involved in an accident with a motor vehicle, a car, then you may be entitled to auto no-fault benefits, which are maybe the most significant and important claim that you have after an accident.
And if somebody's been in a crash, they can always call you and find out what their rights are.
That's right. And for motorcyclists, it's particularly important to investigate your rights because it's different for motorcyclists than it is for motorists.
And how can they get a hold of you?
616-301-3333. Find us online at sinasdramis.com or shoot us an email at info@sinasdramis.com.
Hey, we've got Lids for Kids coming up too. When's that coming up?
That's coming up on June 10th, Saturday, Garfield Park, 10 to noon, giving away free bike helmets to kids.
All right, fantastic, Tom. Good to see you.
Thanks, Christian.